to hearing things with Julie and Brad. So last week, I took over the controls. Get excited. If you haven't seen that, jump on that roller coaster. It was very passionate. It was come from a place of honesty and very genuine. And I stand by every bit of it.
You should.
And I know that there are people that may have been a bit intimidated by that. I don't care. Take what you like, leave the rest.
Yeah.
That's it. I will not apologize for my approach in the least. Having said that, we're now switching to the opposite.
Yeah.
This is more of a gentle flume ride compared to the roller coaster we were all on last week.
It's a small world. That's where we're going.
So Brad is going to take the same theme
Yeah.
of advocacy, but he's coming from a thoughtful, introspective introvert side in his style, where mine was the extreme extrovert approach. So I'm going to sit back.
Are you?
The sitting back will happen. The staying quiet remains
right.
to be seen.
Fair.
All right, take it away. What
Yeah,
do you
so
got?
last week Julie told a story about how she came home from school and was crying because she couldn't hear the teacher, and her father was like, so tell them what you need. So she has the personality to do that. So I have had hearing loss for as long as Julie in my lifespan. So I failed my first hearing test at 5. And so I would have problems at school, but my mom knew who I was, and I could not do what Julie did, even now. And so for most of my childhood, I bluffed, and my mom would talk to teachers. And so she would kind of advocate for me. And I don't want to say that set me back, but that's what I needed at the time. And now...
Absolutely.
And now, like, I'm more confident in myself, and I know what I need. And honestly, the pandemic changed everything for me because I couldn't do my job, and so I had to start speaking up for myself. And so the first thing that I did is this passive advocacy. And so I have this button that I read. Can you read it? There we go. So this
Yeah,
way, this
Mr.
way,
Big
this way,
Fingers
you
come
know,
in.
Mr. Big So it says, please be patient. I'm hard of hearing. So I wear that at work, and I know we get backlight this time, so
That's no moon. Okay.
That's nice. And so I wear this at work above my name tag, and so like I have the technology, I have the button speaking for me, and so as an introvert, kind of passive advocacy is going to give me a leg up. It's not going to help all the time. People that don't always read it. But at least that's one tool. So like with Julie, she's giving you individual tools that you can use to advocate for yourself. For me, it's more about a collection of tools to help me give extra help to my own confidence to be able to speak up. So I have the button, and then like I've said before, I have my Bruins colored moldings, right? So again, it's something that you can kind of see, right? You can kind of see it. But I'm 6'2", so I'm taller than a lot of people I interact with. And so they can't always see it. But that's okay, because it's one tool in the toolbox that I use to advocate for myself passively. I'll also use technology. And so if you have programs on your hearing aids, one that I have that I use frequently is called speech and noise. And so I'm not exactly sure what it's doing, but it's filtering out background noise, so it might be shutting off like the back microphones or focusing in the cone.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, the cone of focus, I think it's called. And so it's picking up different noises and boosting some sounds and lowering other sounds. And so again, using the hearing assisted technology to kind of give myself a leg up in order to make me able to go through these interactions. And sometimes that interaction is just a question at work. Depending on the voice, it's very, very challenging. And so I don't always speak up, but when I do, one thing I have to remind myself of, it's okay to have a rough interaction. It's okay to not do it sometimes. So like I don't want a conflict. I don't want someone to have a hard time trying to communicate with me, because I still have a lot of the internalized stigma where like I think it's my fault that I can't hear people a lot of the time. So it's really hard. So like I have to just get over my fear of having like a really challenging interaction, because I can't bluff my way through it. And so getting over that fear is one thing I do. And then there's another one that I really have to do is forgive myself. And so if I have a rough interaction, if I make it harder, it's okay. You know, no one was hurt in the making of this conversation. Not have the guilt about having to ask for help. That's a big thing too. And so you have to be kind for introverts anyway. For me, and everyone introverts differently. for me, it's more of like getting over myself and not having the perfectionism, which I'm kind of subject to because I don't want that conflict. So I want to make sure I go into an interaction and prepared enough to make it as smooth as possible. But it doesn't happen. It doesn't happen very often. So being able to like go through an interaction knowing that it's going to be rough and being okay with that. It doesn't have to be perfect. It's something that I've had to get used to. And then afterwards, the forgiveness, right? So like, and also sometimes it's the forgiveness of not speaking up for myself and not advocating, because that would build into the next situation where I have to advocate for myself. And if in the back of my mind or in the front of my mind, I'm thinking about that time I didn't advocate and had a really hard time, I have to be able to forgive myself for not speaking up in order to be able to speak up this time. And so it's really, for introverts, it's really a mind shift in using passive technologies and using active technologies, right? The hearing assisted technology is active. And so it's changing the mind, like I don't have to be perfect. I can make mistakes. I don't always have to do it. So like I've only been advocating for myself for 5 years. It's such a new situation. And so that's really it. I think for me, the one thing that I want you to take away from mine is like be kind to yourself. It's hard. I don't know if it's just me, my personality, but I have noticed other introverts are really hard on themselves because we live in a world that's, number one, not made for the hearing impaired or hard of hearing, and number two, it's such an extroverted, rewarding society. So I have two of them. I have to make sure that I'm getting through and hearing what I need, and I'm getting through as an introvert to be able to figure out how to keep my energy, because I am drained a lot by interactions, and I'm doubly drained because I have to actively listen with my hearing loss. So yeah, just be kind to yourself. She's laughing at me.
I'm laughing because you've been exhausted since July 4th, 2024. Because all I am is extroverted communication, the whole thing. That's what makes me laugh.
So I see this in like Instagram a lot, is because the algorithm knows what you like, and so a lot of the introvert related content comes to me. And a great meme that keeps going around is you need your extrovert to help you through the world. So emotionally support extrovert, right? Not an emotionally supported dog.
Can I get a vest? I will wear a vest that says emotional support animal just for you. I will 100% do that, and we can make content about it. Oh my God, 100%, sign me up.
Yeah. So I didn't have the list. It's really more of just like a general advice about like preparing yourself mentally, using the tools available to you to help you, because I need the help, and I don't think there's any shame in asking for help, whether it's help from a button, from technology, or from somebody, or from yourself, from past Brad, right? And it's just the mindset that you have to have, and it's something I'm working on, and it's hard. I don't know if it would have been easier had I been speaking up from a young age, or I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
We are who we are, right? Like, I'm not sure that you could say definitively that you would be in a different spot, because just you were shy. And
I am, yeah.
Quiet, and I'm just not.
She's not. But there's two ways to go about it, right? I will say that sometimes as an introvert, you have to be a little extroverted, and a lot of the self-advocacy is being extroverted, like stopping a meeting and saying, "Wait, I have to back up. I didn't hear what you said," and that's tough. Being center of attention and stopping it and making the entire situation change for everybody just for my needs.
So interesting that you have that perspective, because you will sit and reflect and almost like punish yourself and think about it and feel so apologetic, where I leave a situation angry and annoyed that other people weren't changing the environment to suit my needs, and that I was being expected to change to suit the environment. So that's a very interesting perspective. I've never thought about it the way that you have.
It's different, there's no one way to do this, and it doesn't matter. It doesn't mean you have to do. You're not going to do it the same as me. You're not going to do it the same as Julie. You got to find out what works for you, which is why we wanted to split this up and kind of give time to each side of the spectrum, because I think that introvert extrovert is a spectrum, and so during your life, I think you shift along that spectrum. I'm never going to be over here. But I will get closer. As I get more confident, it's easier to have these moments of extroversion for me, is because I know I need to speak up, and I know that the other person should, and I'm worthy of them giving me the accommodations. And it's struggling. It's a struggle, and so that's why I kept focusing on, like, be kind to yourself and forgive yourself for the times that you don't do it perfectly or don't do it at all.
Right.
Because every situation is different, and you need to be able to go on to the next situation, even if the previous one was really hard. Yeah.
That's cool. It's given me a lot to think about too. That was great. Thank you for doing that.
You're welcome.
Awesome.
Sorry, we've got books. Let's get out. Let's take the attention off of me and put it on Julie.
Yeah, well, guess what?
Oh, what do we got?
This lack of preparation over here. I can't remember her title, so hold on. Hold on a second.
Hold, please.
It's a great book.
So this is a good example here. Is I would be like, I would be so flustered I wouldn't be able to find the book. And she's like, "You guys can wait.
You guys can wait.
You guys can wait."
Okay, it's really fun. I'm about halfway through, maybe 3/4 of the way through. It's called Theater Kid by Jeffrey Seller. It's awesome. It talks about this one man's journey from when he was young and starting in theater all the way through Broadway, and he was one of the early producers and adapters of the musical Rent.
Oh.
So what I'm reading right now is his time kind of developing that musical and like discovering it and is moving into production. It's really fun.
Yeah.
As a theater nerd,
Yeah, no.
I love it. I'm
Yeah.
having a blast reading about this and the behind the scenes stuff, and it's just great.
Speaking of extroversion, right? I could never be on stage. I could never.
And I have been on. I spent a lot of my life on stage playing music or whatever. Oh God, give me the mic anytime. Let's go. Let's do it.
If you ever see me on stage, she dragged me there.
Oh yeah, the dream is to play Evita on Broadway. Don't cry for me, Argentina. I mean, I will belt that thing out. I belt it out now. I can't sing. You ever heard a deaf person sing? That's a good time. I can't hear the notes half the time. I don't care. Do it with confidence.
That's right.
Sign me up, Evita.
Excellent.
Evita the Revival. Ava Peron's ready to go.
She's good.
What do you got?
I have.
Oh God, another highbrow thing. Oh my
Paper.
God, do you ever read for fun?
This was
Do you
great.
ever read anything fun?
I do. I've had fun books on this show.
God, what
Anyway,
now?
this book is paper. And so what it is it tracks the history of paper.
Of course it does.
And so believe it or not, there's a history. It's fascinating because it shows, like, of course, like with just about anything we take for granted, it was invented in China millennia ago. And so
I didn't know that. I thought it
China-
was Egypt.
So no,
Ancient Egypt.
papyrus is not paper.
is
Scrolls are not paper. Yeah, so so that's the thing. That's the sort of type of thing that's here. So this is totally an introvert type book because it's delving very deep, thinking very critically about something that's very simple, but it's not simple once you get to know the history. And so he's great. So Mark Kurlansky. So it's a great book if you like. If you're an introvert, if you're a great book. You might find it a little dry, like paper, but that's why we always have two different books.
And I think people don't realize we don't talk about our book choices
No,
until we come on.
it's fun.
So it's never deliberate.
So the face that she makes is completely
it's
spontaneous.
authentic in the moment, like, oh God, what now face. Yep.
See, there we go.
That's it.
All right, guys.
Well
so,
done,
like,
bud.
if you have any, if you're an introvert or you know an introvert and you have any suggestions, please comment below because we want to start the conversation going because we're just two people and we have two different ways for advocating. And so, if other people have other ideas or if something we talked about does actually work for them, please let us know that as well.
Couple of quick announcements before we go.
Oh.
That you didn't know I was going to make, but I'm
Yeah,
going to make
it's
them anyway.
Spontaneous.
First thing, we are working on developing some merch.
Oh yeah.
So you too can own a piece of Hearing Things with Julie and Brad and Down the
Not
Tubes
this.
Productions. But not that. That's special for us, special edition. But we are working on some things for the public. That'll be coming out. We'll be sure to push that out on our social and here. Second thing, we're also going to be thinking about a way to, kind of get you guys to contribute a little bit, maybe get some special recognition through a possibly opportunity where it's like, hey, you want to buy us a beer? Kick in a couple of bucks to support Down the Tubes Productions. Send us a message and we may toast to you on the show and share your name and get your message out there. So
Excellent.
that's an idea.
This is the first time I'm hearing about it.
Just came up with it the other day. Probably should have talked to you about it before now. I'm not going to. This is what makes it fun. So anyway, keep your eye out for some merch store stuff. Maybe buy us a beer. We'll see what the features end up being. Any ideas you have for us for merchandise, slogans, other crazy things, and feedback on our shows, send it along at hello@dttproductions.com.
Please do.
All right.
Great. Sounds
Bye.
good.
Bye, guys.